So my loot senses are wondering, I wonder if there's a whole bunch of new loot this time around. I doubt it. Maybe the next time we come back to Detroit, because obviously we're going to be heading to Shanghai. But, in fact, just a second. Let's see. Oh, look at this. It's commenting on what happened at the station. Police investigate a break-in at the city morgue, which is kind of hilarious because I didn't break in, I was let in. But anyway, an unknown perpetrator broke into the Jefferson Drive police precinct this evening and tampered with important evidence, potentially derailing an ongoing investigation, said police. Officials have begun questioning anyone who may have witnessed the burglary, with an apparent focus on Desk Sergeant Wayne Haas, who was on duty at the time. Haas is the ex-SWAT team operative who shot and killed a 15-year-old boy in Mexican town 2 years ago. Oh, wow, igniting a citywide riot. The precinct will be shut down until a thorough investigation by Homeland Security is completed, said Ryan Penn, chief of the Detroit Police Department. Jefferson Drive is the same facility where the bodies of those killed at Seraph Industries had been taken after the savage attack at company headquarters earlier this year. Downtown broadcast installation vandalized. Huh. So it's cool that it's commenting on what happened, depending on how that went. Like, if that had gone very badly, it would have reported that as well. Like, you can try and sneak in, but then the police will, like, turn on you. You could actually... I've seen someone's playthrough where they actually
we need
attack...
everyone on high alert.
Well, hold
it's
on.
not only the pro-augs who might want to get a taggart, but the ones against them, too.
You're saying that pro-human activists might see this visit as treachery?
I'm just saying anything is possible, so keep your eyes out for suspicious characters.
Right.
No one relaxes until Taggart and his entourage are
Taggart
out of
is
the
here?
building.
Oh, that's not good. I'm sure Seraph is not liking that. But anyway, like I was...
With all due respect, Mr. Cannon, I can't believe we're letting that arrogant bastard Taggart sniff around our building.
Don't start getting all hyper on me now, Dobell.
His Humanity Front rehabilitation centers are not filled with recovering neuropozyne addicts. They're exactly what the name says they are, a front.
For what, Dobell?
Remember those allegations about the front sending money to organizations with known ties to terror cells? They're building training facilities for Purity First terrorists.
Taggart's aide Sandoval doesn't look like a terrorist to me, Dobell. The man is a doctor.
It's the perfect cover, if you ask me.
Interesting. And there's Pritchard waiting for me on my office. But, yeah, like I was saying, I saw someone's playthrough where they tried to sneak in, and the police caught them, and he pretty much, like, killed every officer in the police precinct, and the paper reported on, like, massacre at police station, so...
But there's just something about Taggart that I found a little mesmerizing.
He's a bigot, Walt.
I know, but he did this thing. I asked him if this was his first time in Detroit, and he started telling me how he came here in '06 for the last game of the ALCS. You know, when Kenny Rogers was spraying champagne everywhere?
Gosh.
I hate baseball.
So while he's
I actually
telling
do
me
remember
this,
that, though.
Then he comes over and
That
tries to
06
ask him
Tigers
something.
team
But
that got to the
Taggart
World
just
Series
holds
and
up a
then
hand, turns to
got
me
handled
and
by the
says,
Cardinals.
"Excuse me, will you?" I thought it was a pretty polite gesture for somebody everyone keeps calling superior.
I'm sure Mussolini was polite too.
Huh. Okay, Pritchard, what is it you want to talk about?
What do you want?
As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Seraph?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
Interesting. Well, I pretty much figured Seraph was going to be hiding something from me. You know. That's just how he comes across. Let me see. Do I have any new emails here? Ooh, hold on. Office Security. Yo, Jensen, welcome back, man. Didn't think we'd see you up and around for a while yet. Listen, could I ask you a favor? I'm not actually in the offices these days. Seraph's had me working over at the temp labs for about a week now. But I just called in for messages, and Cindy told me a few people's offices have been broken into. Man, that ain't right. Oops. That's the game getting me for snooping around in other people's offices. If you get a chance, could you take a peek into room 30? I just want to make sure no one's been in there messing with my stuff. Thanks, bud. Much appreciated. Access code is 0250. By the way, let me know how things look. Cal. Room 30, you say? I could shut down the cameras here, but why would I do that? This is my building, you know? I'm the one in charge of the security in this building. I want those cameras up. Level 30, or room 30, you say? Oh, well, what do you know? The door's already open. See, I've already been in here. Too late, man. Already took a look around. Okay, so now that we've done that, so I guess I first have to go into the elevator and make my way up. Apparently, Taggart, the guy who's like against augmentations and is in favor of pure, as they put it, humanity, or pure humanity. You know, humans without augmentations. That tampers and taints the body. So he's like our chief rival, and he's here. Probably some political, you know, scheme to try and like, oh, like we're friendly, let's be peaceful, you know, one of those kinds of things. He's here to make peace, air quote. And I believe that's him right there.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front.
I know who you are.
Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarah's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
Yeah, sure.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir,
and we have to go. Now he's trying to insinuate something.
It was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But
yeah, it was an attack,
must
not
have been
an accident.
Stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of
Watch yourself, Taggart.
memories.
Either stay cool, I appreciate your concern, but it was nothing I couldn't handle, or my memories are none of your business. Ooh. You know what? I think he's trying to get a rise out of me. He's trying to, like, show that, like, I've lost it. He's like, so you're not really, you know. Let's try and play his game. Let's stay cool. Let's not give him the satisfaction of me losing my temper.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind
great psychologist.
words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
Please. Hold on a second. Let's see. Let him leave. I'm curious, what is it you hope to accomplish by coming here, or challenge him? Not just yet. You got balls coming here, man. What makes you think you'd be welcome? Let's question him.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
Well, then why aren't you here? Well, then why are you here?
Future, Mr. Jensen.
That's what I meant to say. I messed it up.
This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
It was quite an experience. having the illumination. So, Athena.
You've been at this company a long time.
I hope that's not a comment about my age.
Of course not.
Adam.
No. But I know nothing gets by you. If Sarif had done something that could compromise us.
Mr. Sarif has only the best interests of this company in mind, Adam.
I'm not questioning that.
Aren't you? I've been here since the beginning. I've seen how he built this up from nothing. He cares for his people. He truly believes what we're doing is important, and he would never do anything to jeopardize it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, you shouldn't have.
Oh, wow.
If you'll excuse me, I'm
Wow,
busy.
that touched a nerve. She got really upset about that. Alright, let me resave now that we've had those conversations. Because if I'm going to be confronting Seraph about this, it might be a conversation where I have to do the certain dialogue choices like I did with Sanders. I got 2 objective markers. Let's see what those are. Meet Seraph in the penthouse. Confront Seraph about the security leak. Yeah, I will. So, boss, let's talk.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
Sure.
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, what was that data?
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
Uh-huh. I always love these little details. It gives you that he's aggressive, excitable, and envious. His psychological profile has a tendency to shift blame on others, but will back down rapidly if resistance is felt, is not afraid to use his authority to get his own way, and doesn't like to be defied. Will sometimes try to change the subject in order to win an argument. So, in that case, I could placate. Of course you're right. Maybe Pritchard's paranoia is rubbing off on me. It's just that the timing seems so strange right before you hired me. Don't you think it might be more than a coincidence? I could defend. You went behind my back on this one, but... Oh, whoa!
Adam,
oh, the game's getting
here?
impatient. To respect, you hired me to keep this place secure, but I can't do that if you're not 100% straight with me. Or I could refocus, and I think that's the way to go, because if it's saying he'll sometimes try to change the subject, so let's refocus him.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right, you're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. But there's something you're not getting here,
persuasion went
Adam.
up.
Business is war, with no clear battleground and no rules to keep our enemies honest. In this company, I'm the commander-in-chief, and I have to be ready for anything, and I will do anything to ensure that I am. Now, I hired you because I needed a general I could trust, one who knows how to obey orders.
Uh-huh. Let's refocus again.
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream, in case our enemies accessed it.
No, Adam. I am not getting sidetracked. I'm trying to give you a message, but apparently you can't take a hint. You disappoint me, son. What happened 6 months ago was a tragedy, plain and simple. I realize you lost more than most of us that day. But I can't have you overreacting like this, questioning me about things that don't even matter. Megan believed in you. Can't you just leave it at that?
Alright, let's refocus again.
Megan? Boss, what does Megan have to do with any of this? I thought we were discussing a security breach.
We were. She doesn't. I mean, Adam, you're missing the point. The data you're so nervous about is little more than a bunch of routine fact-finding reports, the kind of stuff I deal with every day. Megan pointed me in a direction and I followed up on it, that's all. And now that I've shared this much with you, I have to ask how your knowing the fine details will keep the rest of us any more secure. Can't you trust me to take care of things from here?
No, that's supposed to be my job. So, you know what? Let's defend this time.
Boss, 6 months ago, mercenaries knew stuff about this company that I didn't, and used it to get past my security measures. I don't really care what kind of secrets you and Megan were keeping back then. I just want to make sure they don't endanger us again.
Adam, I didn't mean to imply... You're right, okay? You're right. I really shouldn't keep this information from you. I just hope you'll understand.
Wow, look how
why
high
I
the
did.
persuasion level is now.
All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
So it was data this private investigator apparently got on me when he was doing a background check on me to see whether or not I was a good hire. Yes, boss. Got a trophy for that, for convincing him to let me see that data. And I think that should be in my office. So let's go take a look at that real quick. Oh, Pritchard's gone. Alright, let's see. Confidential, confidential, confidential. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just these three. That's okay. Alright, so let's take a look at these. Oh, look at this. I had a friend at the Genevieve Labs run the this is paternity test. Run the test off the records like you asked. Does your subject know that neither of his parents are his birth parents? Whoa, that surprised me. The mother was sterile according to those old medical records I dug up, but his dad carries no common phenotypes either. See for yourself. Mother, Margie Jensen, August 5th, 1972, Caucasian. Father, Arthur Jensen, November 23rd, 1969, Caucasian. Child, Adam Jensen, March 9th, 1993, question mark. Genetic systems tested, parentage index, probability of parentage 0. Really? This next one, what's this? Brent, it wasn't easy, but I finally backtracked some of Margie and Arthur Jensen's past. Through their medical files, Arthur Jensen had enough connections through his old Desert Storm buddies turned security consultants to have certain records pulled, which is why the family is a ghost. But he couldn't hide Margie's records. For a period of 8 years, Arthur relied on the insurance policy of his then-employer White Helix Labs to pay for his wife's medication. She was on antidepressants since 14 and needed regular prescriptions. When White Helix Labs burned down, all its files and employment records were lost, and the Jensens stayed invisible mostly. Here's the thing. 1 minute Adam doesn't exist, and the next, the Jensens have themselves a bouncing and healthy 5-year-old. That's when they pull their vanishing act, so on a hunch, I sniffed around some more, and sure enough, the Jensens had tried adopting kids from several Michigan agencies, but Margie was deemed unfit as a parent. Next thing you know, they have Adam. There's no real trail saying how he was placed in their hands. Hope that helps Lucius. And the last one, Mr. Seraph, I found Adam Jensen's psych evaluation following that SWAT incident with the augmented teen. I managed to sneak a look at the folder, but I couldn't copy it. At least, not yet. I'll be honest with you, the psych eval doesn't paint a pretty picture. It mentions the problems with authority figures, a disregard for the chain of command, anger management issues, and potential PTSD. Here's the thing. When you hired me, you said you wanted me to read between the lines. So here it is. The evaluation reads like fiction. I'm thinking a pissed-off superior wanted Jensen off the force and had the evaluation worded to read like just cause. But most of the rank and file I spoke to respected and liked Adam. They thought he was a real straight shooter, even though the SWAT incident soured his reputation a little. Still, even my source liked him enough to want to keep his psych eval buried. Brent. So, what happened with the SWAT thing, that was actually kind of worded negatively, even though it actually was not possibly the truth, as some may have just wanted to get rid of him, while others that worked with him liked him. But this thing about how there's like no real knowledge of where he came from, that his parents were not his birth parents, they may have adopted him, but this whole history of Margie being unfit as a parent, and then all of a sudden they had this little boy. Wow, interesting. I wonder what that implies. Who was Adam's real birth parents, and, you know, where did he come? Oh!
Athena tells me you spoke to Sarah.
Hello, Pritchard.
Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon-feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Oh, you two. Okay. I don't think going to his office would, you know, if I went back there, like, right now, I'd be like, so my thing is, like, I just got back to my office, Jensen. Give me some time to actually look it up. So let's just go back up the elevator and talk to Seraph now that I've looked at those confidential emails. Can I talk to her again?
Sorry, Adam, I can't help you right now. I'm trying to deal with the fallout from the Taggart meeting.
Alright. Now let's talk to Seraph.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China.
Oh boy, here we're heading to China.
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the Typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
All right. Oh, wow. 4 praxis points available. Woo! Okay, then. Let's take a look. The Typhoon. I mean, that's good if I want to clear up a group, but I don't necessarily feel like doing that. I could get this. I could eventually get either be able to sprint faster or jump higher. I mean, that can be really useful. Plus, I can also be able to... My footsteps can be like... I can even jump and land in total silence if I wanted to. I mean, I kind of want to do this where I can take down multiple opponents. I want to get that so I can be shielded from concussion grenades. Seeing through walls could be a big help, but I got my mini-map, so it's not that important. protects from damage, so I can build up my armor. Prevents augmentation, deactivation, and energy loss from EMP grenades and electricity. Now that would be good. The cloaking system. Smart vision. I think what I want to do is I want to get first the breather so I can be protected from harmful poisonous gases. Then I want to get the reflex booster so I can take down multiple opponents. There we go. Alright. So I got 2 of the ones that required 2 points. So now, if I want to, I can do this where I can sprint for even longer. But, I don't know, it's not really that important. I would probably want to save it for some other things. So... But hopefully when I go to Shanghai, there will be a clinic there where I can buy even more Praxis kits, since I can't really get any here now. Meet Malik at the helipad. So, yeah, and this is one of those things where once you take the chopper to China, any quests that you had active here would be done. Fortunately, I finished all those up, so I don't have to worry about that. We can now just go to China. From Detroit to China. Interesting, huh? What shall we find there? Nothing more there? No. Alright, well, just out of curiosity, let's see if we can swing by Pritchard's place before we leave, see whether or not he would actually have anything for me.
Saying he didn't have time for staff reports. I've never seen Frank this stressed out about something.
Well, can you blame him? A security breach of this magnitude? It's like our entire network has been violated.
How the hell did they get past the firewall?
I don't know, but he's got a shitload of new coding to do. All the passwords he has to reset? Ooh, ouch.
That's probably why he's so stressed.
No kidding.
Yes, hello?
Where is he? Look at that. Is that a motorcycle? Well, while he's gone, perhaps he won't mind. Oh. This is a level 5 computer. I can't even hack this. Auto hack! Oh my goodness, so many new codes. Login and password changes. Tons of new passwords. Very cool. Your show concept and script treatment to what? Wait, is he trying to get his own TV show going? Some funny little unknown fact about Pritchard we didn't know. That's kind of funny. Alright, I'm type of curious. Whoa. The desk person is different.
Hey, Mr. Jensen. Cindy left for the night about an hour ago. So did most of the others. I guess you know your way around by now, though.
Alright.
Right?
That's kind of funny. She left for the night, so the security guy is like watching over that for her. Why is he still here?
I really can't speak about that right now. Not here. We'll talk.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad we had a chance to talk, Mr. Jensen. Meeting you has been very informative.
Sure.
I will not be accompanying Mr. Taggart to the charity dinner tonight. I must head to Utah instead.
To the rehabilitation center. Does Mr. Taggart know this, sir?
Of course he does. I would not be leaving if it were not a medical emergency.
Of course, I understand. I can't imagine what it must be like to willingly give up an implanted limb.
Please, make sure Mr. Taggart is up to date itinerary-wise. And I will rendezvous with you later
this week. Mr. Sandoval?
Understood, sir.
Yep.
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you?
Let's see what he has to
Dr.
say.
Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're an outspoken activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours. A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was... Too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
That's on the person, not on the augmentations. Yeah, let's ask about the friend.
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know. Hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they? Neuroposine dependency, rejection psychosis, any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted from this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is out there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide by cop?
No. Bill Taggart talked him down.
Huh. That's a pretty sad tale. No wonder they're so against augmentations. Hey, Malik.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hengsha.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one.
Really?
You ready to go?
I'd like to hear about that. Warning, unfinished side quests will be canceled if you leave. Are you sure you want to go? Well, I don't have any side quests left, so yeah, let's head to China.
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in.
Yeah, thanks for not telling me how many hours this flight's gonna take. If this is gonna take like 16 or so hours, there better be an in-flight movie here in the back. Do you have any refreshments in this chopper, Malik? Or do you expect me to just nap the whole way? I can't help it. Sometimes when I try and do Adam Jensen, I sound like Christian Bale's Batman. This city just showed you it's ready to believe in good. I guess I'm ready to go, Malik. See? It's very similar. How can you tell the difference? The Jewel of the Yangtze? Ha! Wow. Oh my gosh, that place is huge. It's a city on top of another city. Huh.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Although, you know what this also means? More places to explore. Oh, she took off. Investigate the penthouse apartment. Oh. The Hunghua Hotel. Oh my. Oh my. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Huh. This whole upper area here. The Hunghua Hotel. The Hive. Alice Garden Pods. Interesting. Okay, so down here is where the penthouse apartment is. I guess that's like a whole separate area here. This area over here, the Yuzhou district. So that's a whole separate area. Okay. Over here, however... Oh, there's a limb clinic over there. There's a metro station. Taiyang Medical. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Well, we have now an entire new city to explore. These places like the hotel, the Hive, the limb clinic over here. I want to head over there at some point so I can see if they have any praxis kits I can buy. And we'll be doing that when we come back. Stay tuned.